Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's devotion for February 1st. Today's devotion is titled A House on a Rock, and the Bible reading is from Matthew, chapter 7, verses 24 to 29. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. When Jesus had finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teaching, because he taught as one who had authority and not as their teachers of the law. As many as 34,000 homes in one U.S. state are at risk of collapsing due to faulty foundations. Without realizing it, a concrete company pulled stone from a quarry laced with a mineral that over time causes concrete to crack and disintegrate. The foundations of nearly 600 homes have already crumbled, and that number will likely skyrocket over time. Jesus used the image of building a home atop a faulty foundation to explain the far riskier danger of building our lives on unsteady ground. He explained that some of us construct our life on sturdy rock, ensuring that we hold solid when we face fierce storms. Others of us, however, erect our lives on sand, and when the tempests rage, our lives tumble with a great crash. The one distinction between building on an unshakable foundation and a crumbling one is whether or not we put Christ's words into practice. The question isn't whether or not we hear his words, but whether we practice them as he enables us. There's much wisdom offered to us in this world, plus lots of advice and help, and much of it is good and beneficial. Hi, Shadow. If we base our life on any foundation other than humble obedience to God's truth, however, I'm reading it with the wrong. If we base our life on any foundation other than humble obedience to God's truth, however, we invite trouble. Doesn't that make a lot more sense? In his strength, doing what God says is the only way to have a house, a life built on rock. Whose wisdom, insights, or opinions do you listen to the most? How can you better build your life's foundation by putting Jesus' words into practice? Thank you for joining me for today's devotion, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.